Driving accountability and predictability is key for any sales organization. So knowing as early as possible whether sellers and managers will meet their sales goals allows management to be proactive and turn the situation around before it's too late. That's why we're excited to introduce native, bottoms-up, and AI-driven sales forecasting capabilities that will help you improve pipeline accountability and drive more revenue. First, let's walk through how I, as a sales manager or director, can extract the information I need. The forecast grid provides full visibility into the roll-ups and metrics that impact my business at every level of the hierarchy. I can monitor exactly what my team is calling across all layers of management. In this example, I can see that my whole organization is only meeting 70% of our current monthly target. Diving deeper into the hierarchy, the problem stems from one specific location that is completely missing its quota. In fact, the subjective commitment from the team seems to be at odds with the objective AI-driven prediction. Leveraging historical data and existing pipeline signals, a day one prediction of the forecast is provided at each level of the hierarchy. Extra details explain the underlying drivers for the projection. In this case, although it seems that the new revenue will come from deals not yet in the CRM, the team seems to be overestimating how much of their open opportunities they will actually close. Let's see what deals my team may be falsely committing to. Selecting the row, a grid appears with all deals that contributed to the committed value. When sellers are submitting their forecasts, they get a very similar experience, except that they only see their data. And although they can modify their forecast by quickly updating the underlying deals in the grid, a visual Kanban provides a much more intuitive and visual experience for managing their pipeline. A simple drag and drop ensures that the right deals are in the correct forecast category. Back in the manager view, I remember that the forecast last week was not significantly off. What happened? The flowchart gives visibility into what has changed between those two periods of time. I can see the exact opportunities that were moved and the granular changes that impacted the forecast. In this example, it seems that the team may have been on track had they not lost a very big deal during the last week. Going back to the grid, they may have tried compensating for that loss by being overly optimistic on a few key deals. As a manager, I do not want to bring changes to the underlying records, but I am not ready to sign off on the team's commitment. I can therefore bring an adjustment at an aggregate level, leaving a note with reasons for the override. And just like that, my whole team can be held accountable to their forecast and I can drive accuracy. Now, how did we build this forecast? We recognize that no two organizations are the same. While some may want to forecast based on the reporting hierarchy, others may prefer to use a territory hierarchy. Both types are supported. Once a hierarchy type is chosen, it's important to select the person or territory that sits at the top of the hierarchy. Usually, this is the sales director or chief operating officer. Determine the period breakdown for your forecast and select who will get access to the forecast. Although most organizations share a similar shell of a sales process, there are small differences that are important and need to be accounted for. In the layout step, I can choose the out-of-the-box forecast category to bucketize my opportunities or choose any other option set that meets my needs. I can control the visibility and the order of the columns, and even create brand new columns to say, calculate the gap to quota, or even the pipeline coverage ratio. Finally, it's time to upload quotas for my team so that they can benchmark their performance. And just like that, I am done. With the new bottoms-up sales forecasting capabilities in Microsoft Dynamics 365, you'll be able to model your unique forecast requirements, drive more predictability, and ultimately win more sales.